equivalence of Moore and Millet emissions. So in these two topics, so definitely you will get any one question in your examinations. So for this we have two theorems. For each conversion we have associated theorem. The theorem 1 shows conversion of Moore to Millet emission. That means Moore emission is given. From the Moore emission, how to construct its equivalent Millet emission. The theorem is if M1 equal to Q sigma delta, that is output alphabet, the transition function delta, then output function lambda, Q naught. The same 6 tuples used here is a Moore emission. Then there is a Millet emission M2 equivalent to M1. So now for given Moore emission, we can construct equivalent Millet emission. Moore emission with common outputs, then converted into Millet emission with different outputs. So according to this theorem, see the procedure. The procedure is very simple. So now here we need to construct a Millet emission M2. So let assume M2 equal to Q sigma delta, then transition function delta, then output function lambda dash and Q naught. Here you can see the only tuple is varying is lambda dash. Output function remaining all are same in M2 also, and define lambda dash using this formula. So lambda dash of Q comma A. That means output of the state Q on input A. So this can be defined as by using the Moore emission output function, that is lambda of delta of Q comma A, using this transition function. Simply by using this formula, we can find lambda dash of all states on all inputs, that is outputs for all states Q and input symbol A. So then M1 and M2 enter the same sequence of states on the same input, and with each transition M2 emits or produce the output that M1 associate with the state entered. So in M2, it produces the outputs associated with each inputs. So every state on every input, you have to find its output associated using this function. So lambda of delta of Q comma A. Inside lambda, we have transition function. So here you will get one state, then output of that state. So that is nothing but lambda dash of Q comma A. This is a simple procedure. So conversion of Moore to Millet emission. Now we will see the another conversion, theorem 2. Now it is reverse. Conversion of Millet emission to Moore emission. Now Millet emission is given. From the given Millet emission, how to construct Moore emission? Here Millet emission means with the different outputs for every state based on the transitions. From that you can make it as Moore emission with the common output. That means for every state irrespective of any transition. So we need to find out its equivalent Moore emission. Now the theorem is now let us take M1. What is M1 here? Millet emission. M1 equal to Q sigma output alphabet delta, then transition function delta, then output function lambda, then Q naught initial state is a Millet emission. Then there is an equivalent Moore emission M2 equivalent to M1. Now let us see the procedure. So here also very simple. So now let us take M2. So M2 has our equivalent Moore emission. Now here the tuples we can define like this: M2 equal to Q cross output alphabet delta, then input alphabet sigma, then output alphabet delta, then transition function delta dash. Here this function you need to find out. Then output alphabet lambda dash. This is also you need to find out. Then the initial state is denoted by the combination of initial state and an output alphabet. Let us take B0. So this is nothing but initial state. So where B0 is an arbitrarily selected member of output alphabet. So delta, you can choose any one alphabet from this. So that is the states of M2 are pairs. So in our equivalent Moore emission, all states will be considered as the pair. The pair is combination of state and output alphabet consisting of a state of M1 and an input symbol. So and delta dash we need to find out using the following transition rule. Delta dash of Q comma B, that is the pair of the state on the input A, equal to, this can be written as a combination of the transition function and output function, that is delta of Q comma A comma lambda of Q comma A, and the output of this function. So lambda dash of Q comma B equal to B. So here in this pair, this is first one is nothing but state, then second one is nothing but output alphabet. So then whatever the symbol here B, so that will be treated as the output of this state Q. So now for this pair, so we have common output, that is B. So using this transition rule, so we can find out delta dash and lambda dash using this formula. So this is the procedure for conversion of Mealy to Moore machine. Now we will see example problems for these two conversions. So some more concepts, continuation of this. The second component of a state Q comma B of M2 is the output made by M1 on some transitions into state Q. Just now we already mentioned Q comma B. So here B is nothing but output. The state is combination of a pair with a state and output alphabet. So only the first component of M2 state determine the moves made by M2 based on the state. So now an easy induction on N shows that if M1 enters the state sequences, for example, so Q0, Q1 and so on Qn, on input A1, A2 and so on An, and emits or produces outputs as so B1, B2 and so on Bn. Then M2 enters the states, here you can see the combination. So Q0 on the first input, so first you can take the initial one, that is B0. Then from Q1 you can take the B1, then from Q2 you can take B2 and so on Qn you can take Bn, and emits the outputs B0, B1 and so on Bn. So that means you can take the combinations. So we have the state combinations Q1, Q2 and so on Qn. Then we have the outputs, so B0, B1, B2 and so on Bn. Then the state pairs here we need to consider like this. So first state followed by first output, that is Q0, B0 is one pair. Then second one Q1, B1, this is second pair. Then Q2, B2, this is third pair and so on Qn, Bn. So here states we will take in this combination. So in this conversion, Mealy to Moore machine. Now let us see example problems. So the first conversion here we will see Mealy to Moore machine. So this is somewhat complicated. So other one is very easy. So first we will discuss this one. So conversion of Mealy to Moore machine. So Mealy machine is given with a different output combination. Then we have to construct into its equivalent Moore machine. So according to the equivalence theorem, so here let M1 be the Mealy machine shown in figure. The question is like this: construct Moore machine M2 for the given Mealy machine. So now this is the Mealy machine what we discussed in the example of Mealy machine. Same example we considered here. Now for this we need to construct its equivalent Moore machine. This we need to construct. Here you can see for every state we have input followed by output, input followed by output for every state. That's why this is Mealy machine. Now we can construct its equivalent Moore machine, so which shows common output for irrespective of any transition. Now according to the theorem procedure, first we will assume M2 is our equivalent Moore machine followed by the tuples. First we will take the states as the pairs of Q comma output alphabet lambda, I mean delta. So Q cross delta is the state, sigma is input alphabet, then delta is output alphabet, then delta dash is our transition function, lambda dash is output function, then Q0 comma B0 is initial state. So is Moore machine equivalent to given Mealy machine M1. Now the states first you can list out in M2 by the combination of states followed by output alphabet. So here output alphabet equal to what we have y comma n. You can see in the given Mealy machine the outputs are a combination of y and n only. So that is delta, that is output alphabet. Now you can pair the states combination of the states followed by yn combination. So now here the states are, what are the states we have? Q0 comma P0 comma P1, these are all the states. Then the output alphabet is y comma n. Now we can form the pairs as q cross output alphabet delta. So now here we have q naught, p naught, then p1. So combination of output alphabets yn. Now you can take the combination. So first you will get q naught comma y, then q naught comma n, then similarly p naught comma y, then p naught comma n, then p1 comma y, then p1 comma n. So these are all the possible state pairs are obtained. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these are all the states of your Moore mission now. So now you can find out all these states transitions on the given inputs. See here the same states written here. The states of M2 are, the first one is Q0 N, then Q0 Y. So the state Q0 with first output N, then the state Q0 with second output Y. You can take any order NY, no problem. Then the second state P0 on first input N, the second state P0 on first output Y. Then the third state P1 on first output N, then the third state P1 on second output Y. So now here arbitrarily you can choose B0 as either N or Y. So that is the initial state. So now Q0 comma B actually initial state. Now here B0 we will take either N or Y. Suppose arbitrarily, if you can consider alphabetical order, N comes first. So you can take it as N. Or you can choose Y also, there is no issue. So now Q0 comma N is M2's start state here. So in this Q0 comma N, this is the initial state. So now we obtained states. Now you need to find out delta dash and lambda dash. So now as for the procedure of this equivalence theorem, first use the transition function delta dash. So delta dash of the pair q comma b on input a. This can be written as combination of the transition function delta of q comma a comma output function lambda of q comma a. So now using the given Mealy mission, you can find these values. Then again that will becomes the next state. Now you can see the first one. First we have considered q0 comma n is the first state, the initial state we assume. Here the inputs are 0, 1, sigma equal to 0 comma 1. So the first input 0, apply this formula. This can be written as delta of q0 comma 0 comma lambda of q0 comma 0. Now you can see, so here you can observe, you can substitute these transitions. First delta of q0 on 0, the transition. From this you will get state. Then from this here you will get output alphabet. So q0 on 0, q0 on 0, it is going to p0. So therefore here you will get p0 comma output of state q0 on input 0. See how can you read it as lambda of q0 comma 0 is nothing but output of state q0 on input 0. So output of state q0 on input 0, the output is n. So here the n is written here. So therefore again it is p comma n. So again this is the next state. So every state is combination of q comma output alphabet only. Now this is the state. So this is the transition of q0 n on input 0. Similarly on input 1, so delta dash of q0 on n comma 1 equal to delta of q0 comma 1 comma lambda of q0 comma 1. Now from the state q0 on input 1, what is its next state? Q0 on 1, its next state is p1, therefore p1. Then output of state q0 on input 1. Output of state q0 on input 1 is n. So now here p1 comma n, this is again next state of our equivalent Moore mission. Now for first state, two transitions are completed. Then coming to second state. So what is second state? Same state with the output as y. So now delta dash of q0 comma y on 0 equal to, so delta of q0 comma 0 comma lambda of q0 comma 0. Substitute these values. Here you will get p0 comma n. Again this is the state of equivalent Moore mission. Then on input 1, delta dash of q0 comma y on input 1 equal to, here you will get p1 comma n. Then coming to third state, total we have 6 states. So the next state is p0 comma n. So delta dash of p0 comma n on input 0, here you will get p0 comma y. Then delta dash of p0 comma n on input 1, here you will get p1 comma n. Then next state delta dash of p naught comma y on 0. Here you will get p naught comma y. Then delta dash of p naught comma y on input 1. So here you will get the next state as p1 comma n. So 4 states are completed. Then coming to fifth state, that is p1 comma n. So here delta dash of p1 comma n on input 0. Here you will get next state as p0 comma n. Then delta dash of p1 comma n on input 1. You will get next state as p1 comma y. Then last state p1 comma y. So delta dash of p1 comma y on input 0. Here you will get p0 comma n is the next state. Then delta dash of p1 comma y on input 1. Here you will get p1 comma y is the next state. Now all 6 states transitions are calculated here. What is our next thing? So the next tuple we need to find out is delta dash, lambda dash, that is output function of all these 6 states. Now for output function also we have the formula as per the theorem procedure. So lambda dash of q comma b is nothing but b. So whatever the second tuple in this pair, that is nothing but output. Now you can see the first state, all 6 states you can find out its output. So lambda dash of q naught comma n, here b equal to n. So same value you can write down. Now this is the output of the state q naught comma n. Then lambda dash of q naught comma y equal to y. So the output of q naught comma y is y. Then next state p naught comma n, its output is n. Then next state p naught comma y, its output is y. Then next state p1 comma n, output is n. Then next state p1 comma y, output is y. Now we calculated the new tuples transition function delta dash, output function lambda dash, then the state pairs q cross delta, output alphabet. Now we obtained all the new tuples. Now we can construct its Moore mission. So how to construct it Moore mission, like our automaton in the similar fashion. Here you can see. So first you can list out all the 6 states here. So the initial state, what we assumed q naught comma q1 is initial state. For that we have to draw an prefixed arrow, or you can use the phrase start also. Then next state is q naught comma y. Next state is p naught comma n. Next state is p naught comma y. Next one is p1 comma n. Next one is p1 comma y. Total 6 states are represented here. Now see the transitions. First you can represent transitions, then you can represent outputs. So q naught n on 0. So you can go back and check the transitions. So q naught, the first state is q naught n on 0. It is going to p naught comma n. So now like our NFA with epsilon to DFA method, how we have done in the similar fashion, the state we assumed as set names, but here the pair can be treated as the single state. So now the first transition for q naught on n on 0, it is going to p naught comma n. Then q naught on 1, it is going to p1 comma n. You can see the above transitions and draw its transitions. Then from state q naught y on 0, it is going to p naught n. Then q naught y on 1, see it is going to p1. See, whenever you are drawing transitions, so don't overlap the arcs. You can draw separately with outer side also, no issue. Then similarly p naught n on 0, it is going to p naught y. Then p naught n on 1, it is going to p1 n. So like that all transitions we have to include. The next important thing is outputs are represented. How to represent outputs here? By seeing this one lambda dash. q naught n output is n. q naught y output is y. p naught n output is n. p naught y output is y. p1 n output is n. p1 y output is y. So where you can represent these outputs? In the Moore mission structure, you can see the outputs are represented on top of the state, outside of the state, labeled, or inside the state also separated by slash. Now here you can see q naught n, the state itself consisting of its output. The n is nothing but output, so the red color is output. Then p naught n, its output is n. Then p1 n, its output is n. Then p1 y, its output is y. Then p naught y, its output is y. Then q naught y, its output is y. Or inside also you can represent separated by slash. So then its output is n. p naught n, its output is n. p1 n, its output is n. p1 y, its output is y. p naught y, its output is y. Then q naught y, its output is y. But any one notation only you can use, either inside the state or outside the state. Any one notation you can follow. This is the equivalent Moore mission for the given Mealy mission. Now you can see its transition table also in the similar fashion. So this is the structure of the transition table of Moore mission. Same as finite automata transition table. First you can take Q by sigma combination. The column headings are labeled with inputs. Here we have two inputs. One more extra column we can take with labeled by output, that is lambda. Now all states are all rows are labeled by state headings. That is 6 states we have. Now here Q0 is the initial state. If you want, you can represent by using arrow. But here final state is not required either in Moore or Mealy mission. Now you can see by seeing the above diagram or delta dash values, directly you can write the transitions. Q0 n on 0, so its next state is P0 n, on 1 P1 n. Now you can see irrespective of inputs, it has common output. For Q0 n, the output is n. That's why separately we mentioned output column. Then Q0 y, its output is y. Then P0 n, its output is n. Then P0 y, its output is y. Then P1 n, its output is n. Then P1y, its output is y. So then the transitions can taken from the above transition diagram or delta dash. So this is the transition table of equivalent Moore mission for the given Mealy mission. Okay, now we will stop here. In next class, we will continue other equivalent conversion. Now here we discussed conversion of Mealy to Moore mission. Now Moore mission to Mealy mission, that is common output to with a different output combination, that we will discuss in next class.